Welcome to SJ Talks. This is Krishna with another new episode on leadership series. Today we are joined by Mr. Darshan Danda, Director of Engineering, AI leader, and GCC expert with over 2 decades of global experience across Oracle, Salesforce, and GP worldwide. He has led large teams, driven AI innovation, and transformed customer success, making him a true industry thought leader. Let's welcome Mr. Darshan Danda on SJ Talks. Thank you, sir, for being on our show for today. Thank you.
Thanks, Krishna, and thanks for inviting. It's a privilege to be here.
Uh, Mr. Darshan, you have worked across global companies like Oracle, Salesforce, and now with GP Worldwide. What inspired you journey into engineering, leadership, and how did AI was core part of it?
That's very interesting. I didn't plan to get into AI, but AI happened because I was chasing better outcomes. Every role that I did wanted. The theme was how do we do it better? How do we do it smarter? And how do we scale it? So that's how I got into AI. So I started off. Uh, uh, into the development roles. I went into project management, product management. uh, True AI came at Oracle when I was automating service request and doing some risk analysis for payments. So there I got introduced to AI. It helped me. And then when I used sentiment analysis tool at Salesforce for uh, helping in customer satisfaction, it was mind blowing how data can help you get customer insights and then actually increase your customer satisfaction. So after that, I went into agentic AI and use cases into different industries. So for those who are earlier in your career, please keep using Claude or different AI tools, beautiful AI, experimenting with those. And those who are into leadership, focus on use cases. Don't use AI just for the sake of using it, but you should understand the theme and the purpose of it. And then when there is clarity, AI will help you increase productivity.
Mr. Darshan, you have scaled 22 200 plus teams, led engineering groups. What's the hardest part? Building and sustaining high performing teams at that scale.
Yeah, that was crazy when I had to build a team from say 50 to 200. And then in fact I've established 3 new teams at Salesforce. The scaling is easy. The challenge is how do you scale culture. That's one of the things. So, and people don't fail at scale. They clarity is something which is they need to focus on. So the key is of course alignment. So first you need to understand what's your North Star, what's the purpose. Like for NASA, it could be sending astronauts to the moon. And then you have to, in order to make that team high performing, you have to ensure that you do the right projects which are aligned to your customers, employees, and organizations. I have my own definition of CEO, that is customers, employees, and organizations. When I have my projects aligned to that, it gives me a win-win and it caters to most of them. Plus, you have to ensure you align the passion of your managers, of your engineers, of your team, and give them those roles which they are passionate about or those projects which they are passionate about. So, this will ensure that it fuels into their enthusiasm and they don't get burnt out. So, that's one of the key things which is there. So, for engineers, be the best of at your core work and do or take a projects which you are really passionate about. This will fuel into and ensure you don't burn out. And then for leaders, it's your responsibility to ensure that you align the right people to the right projects and align the passion which they want. So this will ensure that the team is high performing. So I would like to, in fact, quote my VP Jill Tucker from Salesforce. She helped my team collaborate with 3 different teams, and we scaled it up. And then the team was high performing, and within 1 or 2 years, 70% of the team was. in different roles or higher roles. So I would like to thank her for always being there, and me and my team will always be Team Jill for that.
Mr. Darshan, you have led AI initiatives across like supply chain, healthcare, and customer success. Is there one project that truly stands out in terms of impact or learning?
Oh yes, oh yes. There was a pharma food uh, company, and then they had issues with their logistics issues of their for perishable goods. They were getting spoiled and there were delays. So we had GPS tracking systems in containers, and also the IoT devices sensing your moisture, temperature, and then all that data was fed into Snowflake. And then there were dashboards built which were real time, and sending threshold alerts to the right people to ensure that the temperature, if it's crossing those thresholds, we go and adjust it. And then this also ensured that if there is a delay, or the containers or the ship is going to reach late, the port is already informed and they make the alternate arrangements. So this was one good project. I really loved it. Plus, there was one interesting thing in that was we made a dashboard which had like all the metrics, anything you could, and we thought we were very proud of it. And then when we saw, it was very confusing. Even I used to sometimes get confused that okay, what is it tracking? So the one other key thing which we learned from that was keep it simple so that users are going to use it. So the key is, if users need training to use your product, you're already fallen behind. So the system has to be pretty simple and very user friendly.
Mr. Darshan, having worked across with various clients like Europe, US, and India, what differences have you noticed and how businesses approach in technology and innovation?
See, innovation changes with geography, but the impact is the same problem but different mindset. So we need to learn from each culture. So best leaders learn and adapt the best from each culture, and that's what we should do. Working US is more data driven, fast. You do actions and then you change it on the way and keep maneuvering. So that's how US works. Europe is more planned. Get insights from data. You put your plan in place. You put your risk mitigations, etc., in place. So that's how Europe works. Uh, and then India is takes the best practices, and we have GCCs in India coming up. And so on the uh, from the Indian context, what I've seen is it whatever the culture of the parent company, it adopts that. And also if what the focus on execution is very high, I would say, in India. So it gets the best of different cultures and then focuses on execution and innovation, and that's one of the key reasons why a lot of GCCs are also coming to India.
That's very nice answer, Darshan.
So I just wanted to add one more thing to that. I've been fortunate enough to travel across US, Europe, Sydney, Australia, and I've ensured that I learn from every culture, personally and professionally both. So to quote it, my Sydney team was awesome. So when I visited, very friendly, probably one of the best work cultures and best team to work with. So yes, when you work with different teams, you should have a global thought or a global working style, and then you should have a local impact. So you think globally, act locally. That's how it works.
That's a good thing that we never heard about this before. Mr. Darshan, during our conversation, you shared some of the inputs like you experience. You improved Tableau's customer satisfaction from 3.5 to 4.7. That's a big jump. What were the key challenges that helped the customer? And it's like that helped to transform the customer experience.
So a customer satisfaction doesn't improve with efforts; it improves with insight. And we didn't fix uh, the issues, but we fixed how we listen to them. So most importantly, we made the customers feel that they are being heard. Of course, on the ground level, we implemented the sentiment analysis tool, reduced backlog, improved the turnaround times, and embedded a customer focused working style in the entire team. So that's what got us there. And another thing is operational efficiency with consistency is something which helped us get there. Of course, it took some time, but then it's customer focus has always been one of the key things for any product. A few of my leaders, Shireen Van and Mayura, uh, uh, we all worked together, and I got great support from them to do this.
Was that the Sydney's team?
Yes, that was Sydney team, India team. Globally, we worked together, uh,
Okay.
and we achieved it. So it was a good team effort.
Okay. Mr. Darshan, so you have mentored engineers into leadership roles. What's your approach to identify and nurturing future leaders?
Yeah, I feel mentorship is a privilege and honor, to be very frank, and I love doing that. I look for ownership, curiosity, and influence. How do they do it? And then I give them the challenging projects, and tell them what tools or gaps, how do they fill, give them feedback, and then give them the visibility. So with this, they will uh, be able to do different things and then get that visibility and get nurtured into different leaders. I had the opportunity to mentor 10 women leaders and a few managers and a lot of engineers at Salesforce. And plus, I am a alumni of IIM Code. I do mentor some students there as and when they need help. So, and they approach me, so I do that. Plus, I would say I was lucky enough to get good mentors right from the beginning of my career. I had Kanan Singhal, who is one of the leaders I worked with, and I'm still in touch with her for anything that I would need. Plus, I had my coach, Rahila Nanji. She helped me into corporate communication and corporate working style. Uh, Plus, I also have my mod. She's into New Reflections, Australia, Sydney. She has helped me in negotiations and how do we uh, tackle the corporate culture and how do we grow. So the thought process. So uh, it's my way of giving back, and yeah, it's I love and I'm passionate about mentoring.
Looks like you have many people in your inspiring journey all through your career.
Yes, of course, there is, and I'm blessed to have them and have the support which a lot of leaders and my team members they give it to me. So as I tell, it's always a team effort, and we focus on customers and our organization, and creates value for all of us.
There's an ongoing debate. Will AI replace jobs and create new ones? Based on your experience, where do you stand?
So yeah, people keep asking this to me, and I've heard this a lot of times on different leadership forums. So see, AI will not replace people, but then possibly, see, every tech wave is going to create some fear and then the opportunity. So AI will ensure that your productivity increases. You can do the same task maybe 10x faster. So it's simple. Since it's going to help you, it's not going to, future is not going to be AI versus human. It's going to be AI with humans. It gives so that you can focus on your core work, and then with that focus, you will be focusing on the right things on your customers. So maybe the roles on the which will improve or which will grow would be more of customer engagement, customer enablement, because you'll have the same company now can cater to 10x customers or maybe 100x in some areas. Now we need people to take care of that number of customers. So the roles of product enablement, customer engagement, customer management, these roles are going to increase. So you should focus on getting into those roles, leadership into those roles. So that is how AI will be.
Mr. Darshan, the tech industry is often criticized for being high pressure and burnout driven metrics and delivery expectations. Do you think this model is sustainable for long term?
So high performance doesn't mean high pressure. Of course, if you don't have the right tools and ecosystem in place, it may result in that. But sustainable success comes with prioritization, clarity, and building that ecosystem and tools and giving it to your teams. So for leaders, you have to find out what your team and managers and are passionate about, align them to those projects so that they don't get burnt out. Ensure operational excellence is there. So if you have the right tools and the right ecosystem and the right culture, you will have fun. So happy teams don't just stay happy, they give you better outcomes. It's like if you love to drive, you'll not get tired of driving. So give your people the thing which they love to do. Of course, you ensure that they do projects, or you do projects which are aligned to your customers, your own organization, and your employees. It's a difficult balance to get, but then those, even if two of them are focused in few projects, it's a good win. So you should take up those projects, and it will ensure that you don't get actually burnt out. You should enjoy the journey there.
That's a good answer again. Mr. Darshan, as you mentioned in our conversation a couple of minutes back about GCCs, I believe that's a global capability centers. Global capability centers are booming in India. From your perspective, what's next for GCCs,
Oh.
and how can professionals position themselves in leadership roles?
So we are in a very interesting age where GCCs are getting established. The switch that has happened in GCCs is on product ownership and product leadership. So you need to understand the product ecosystem, create good value for your customers and your parent organization. So Sindhu Gangadharan ma'am, she is MD of SAP Lab. She has put it very well that leaders need to focus on innovation and customers. So if you have that approach and you give your people the purpose and thought leadership, they are going to grow. So if you want to get into GCCs, ensure you have good core knowledge, core functional knowledge, whatever is the business knowledge, have that. And then how do you align IT to that? How do you create value for that? So domain expertise and leadership skills, and of course have a global thinking. So once you do that, you can be part of GCCs. So the future belongs to those who think global, as I said, and act local. So that's how it is going to be. And India is not only just executing, it's leading on the GCC front. And GCCs are no longer just support centers. They are the innovation centers, I would call it.
That's good to know the kind of journey which you been into different kind of verticals, or the kind of journey which you went through that. So probably I have something important. May not be the last question, but Mr. Darshan, looking ahead, what major shift in engineering or AI should leaders start focusing today?
So we are moving from AI being as a tool to AI being a decision maker. So the next wave of AI is already there, and it's going to act and not only assess, but it's going to act. So agentic AI and automation systems are defining the future, what we do. So the question is not will AI change us or the roles, but you should be using AI to do your day-to-day work. So that's it. Now these days, we had agentic AI, we had generative AI, agentic AI, we have physical AI also. So physical AI is already creating a lot of impact. We have autonomous robots navigating your warehouses. We have robots doing precision surgeries with doctors. We have collaborative robots working safely with humans. We have smart logistics robots doing routes, etc., or planning. We also have agricultural robots taking care of precision harvesting. We have energy and utilities. We have edge AI working over there. So physical AI isn't the future anymore. It's becoming an operational reality, and which we are there. So it's going to be very interesting, and we'll progress pretty fast there.
That concludes our inspiring conversation, Mr. Darshan Danda. His journey in engineering, leadership, AI transformation, and GCC growth highlights and skills and vision needed to thrive in today's tech world. Thank you, Darshan, for sharing your insights. And thank you to our listeners who are tuning into SJ Talks. Thank you once again, Mr. Darshan Danda.
Thanks, Krishna, and the entire team to have me here. It was wonderful talking to you all, and thanks once again.